Hi guys, this is Lady Kagua, aka Susanna. It's been a while since I've done a vlog episode. I've been super busy, just so busy, it's crazy. But I think it's finally settling down and I can finally start doing art and everything for you guys. A couple weeks ago I was in Kansas for my best friend's graduation. She graduated from college with an illustration and I'm just really proud of her. So I did a guest star vlog episode with her, as you'll see. It's kind of long, but hopefully you guys will still enjoy it. It mainly just goes over what I'm planning to do and all that sort of stuff. So hope you guys enjoy it.
Hi guys, this is Susanna, aka Lady Kagua. I am here in Kansas, actually, of all places.
Kansas land.
Kansas land!
It's a state in the middle of the United States.
So I'm just giving an update real quick on my blog. As you can see, the location is very different in Kansas, you know.
Yep, in my apartment room, which I will be vacating.
Wow. Yeah, because I came up here because my wonderful friend Kristen has graduated from college here at KU. And I am just super, super proud of her because she like sobs. No, but I really am really proud.
She's more emotional about it than I am.
I am very emotional about it.
I'm just like, okay, we're doing the next thing now. I'm kind of like just tired now. Like it'll hit me later.
Yeah, she's just very done. She's like, I'm so
all
done.
Of the done.
She's all of the done.
No more fudges to give.
Drove up here to Kansas. And the ceremony was earlier this morning / afternoon.
Yeah, it was kind of long.
It was, but it was good. I actually had a lot of fun. I wasn't bored at all. My butt kind of hurt on the bench because it was all metal, but otherwise,
it's the stadium and all.
And I got sunburned. People are probably watching this and going, like, Susanna looks different. No, I'm very sunburned here. And then here,
and then your arms,
and then my
where your bracelets were.
Where my bracelets, were not. So that there, and then I'm sunburned here, but on my legs, but you can't see that. But
we're in jeans now.
I'm on jeans.
Yeah, I was riding Fit Kona on BC Power, and I was just kind of around. Like, I think what year I actually joined and did anything because it was like.
Didn't you join? But you didn't really do much until later.
I never was much of a poster. I kind of was a forum lurker, and then occasionally I would post art or fic or whatever.
Back on track mainly. We're just giving an update where I am. I know because of Patreon after that amazing making my goal. I was like, oh yeah, all the art. I'm going to do all this. And then I've just been so busy. I have moved to a new apartment. That took, a couple days of, just moving and general craziness.
And finishing off with your Hallmark job.
Yeah, I finished my Hallmark job.
It's over.
I left because, like I said, when I was going to reach a certain goal on Patreon, I was going to leave my retail job. And I did. And obviously because of that, I can focus more on art. And I'm very excited. It's a little scary because I'm not sure how the budgeting is all going to work out. I feel like I can do it, but it's still going to be a little just
a little bit less of the steady income.
Yeah.
Self-employment is weird.
It is. There's like a lot of, so like not only have I been moving stuff, it's also been a lot of, before you even get to the art, there's a lot of technical stuff I'm trying to figure out. Like taxes, for example, are really different. It's horrible. There's self-employment, it's really weird. I've been wanting to do things like making sure my websites are all kind of aligned. My stuff isn't scattered everywhere. I've been wanting to update things like watermarks.
Oh yeah, that's a
business cards. There's like a bunch of like technical stuff, I posted up commission information, by the way. I'll leave a link to that in the video. Lots of going. And then of course, obviously, like I said, I'm in Kansas. My friend graduated, Kristen. So, that's you.
Oh yeah, I should probably tell them where I'm at. So you can find me.
I know. This is also / update on me / by the way, everyone follow this person because she's an amazing artist. Like, she just graduated from KU, illustration.
Yep.
Super awesome artist. She's just really amazing. Really good with illustration.
I'm kind of at that transition point too, because you're going from traditional non-art employment to self-employment and trying to get into the arts.
Yeah.
And then I'm graduating from school and going to try, do job searching and figuring out how I'm going to operate. But yeah, I'm, Casey Imaginary is my art blog, where it's just all art sketches, full illustrations. It's mostly schoolwork at this point, of course, because that's what I've been working on for the majority of the time, but I'm hoping to get into some more personal projects and concepts and eventually, hopefully, paid projects. And then my main URL is Tickle My Ackles, which is where Suze tags me occasionally when she mentions me in posts. So that's also me, the same person. Yeah. It's just that I have one art blog and then the general personal.
Just random. So really follow her because that's a thing. That's actually, speaking of, I really would love to do more like artist highlights.
Yeah, the promos,
spotlights. I really don't want this YouTube or whatever vlog to be all about me. I think that's kind of boring. So I would love for it to
it's just interesting though.
Well, thank you. Really would like to do spotlights, interviews. So if you're a follower of me and you're an artist and you're trying to do the same thing we're trying to do, please contact me. I mean, I don't have a huge fan base yet, or but I feel like I have enough that I can help you out a little bit. So please contact me.
Signal boost.
Yeah, a signal boost is great. So I'm still kind of in the planning stages. Obviously, I hope once I actually get rolling, I'll have more themed vlogs. So now that we've kind of gone over, like what I've been up to, what I want to do, or in terms of technical stuff, I'll start talking about what my art, we're actually going to get to art now.
Projects.
Finally, art. Oh, that's what you're actually watching me for, or. So anyway, my biggest project right now is I have announced I'm going to be starting a webcomic soon. It is a fan webcomic. It's going to be based off the Bionicle series. My first webcomic plan was going to be an original one, and I've worked years on it, and I really want to do that one. But I kind of want to wait just a little bit longer on it until I feel more confident with it, and I feel like my art is a little better, because I haven't really done much in comic work. It's something I've really loved since I was a kid, but I've never really pursued it.
It's sequential art. It's just its own little universe.
It's its own little thing. Tried. It's hard.
Goodness.
So I kind of wanted to start somewhere with it, and so I had a ton of different ideas. I know some people knew that, I was asking tons of people.
Yeah, you kind of listed.
I had listed a bunch of different topics I could start on, and finally in the end I decided Bionicle was probably going to be the best one to start with, because I am very comfortable with it. And I just really like it,
do what you love.
I know, right? Quick explanation. I mean, some people are like, well, what's Bionicle, or why do you like Bionicle so much? Okay, so Bionicle is essentially, I know, how do you start to explain this?
Well, there's the ongoing story that they released via comics, via Lego site, movies,
books,
like the light novels,
even some audiobooks.
It's based off of this Lego line, and then you have all this different supplementary media which tell the story of these characters.
Yeah, so pretty much Lego created the story, and I got into it. Gosh, I was really little. It started in 2001, Cute. And I got into it, just because of the sets and the toys. And who doesn't love Lego? Seriously, it is one of the best toys. It's one of the best toys out there, I think. Anyway, so eventually, I learned there was a story behind it. They had characters, and there was a plot, and bad guys, and all this sort of stuff.
Lore.
I know, lore. I mean, when you think about it at first, you think, oh, nah, it's just some silly little story, just to appease, the 10-year-old kids.
Sell the toys.
Yeah, to sell the toys, essentially. But it was surprisingly very deep. And, I mean, I guess if I was, my age now and tried to get into it, it would probably be a little bit different. Because there's a lot of nostalgia connected to it. But there was, a lot of characters, and a lot of it was just very well made for for something that was intended for kids. It was very good at also not treating the kid like some dumb kids can enjoy something very deep and meaningful too.
Yeah.
So Bionicle was based very mythological, sci-fi-ish. It was really cool. I grew up with that, and it wasn't just the toy line. It was where I started my art. It really was. I'm not ashamed of that at all. It was one of the, I joined, that's when I joined BZ Power. It was a wonderful website. I joined Mask of Destiny as well, which was also a great website. And that's where I ended up sharing my art and my writings. And it started a lot with just Bionicle, but it also expanded to original works and collaborations. And that's where I met tons of people, like Kristen, for example, and other people over the world. And, some people are already working for Lego now, so I have tons of connections.
Kind of mind-blowing.
I know, it is.
It's like when a kid goes to watch Disney and they go and make Disney.
I know, yeah. So some of my friends have, literally, they were little kids and now they're working for Lego. So it's so awesome to have that. It was a very nurturing environment for me. It really encouraged my art. It helps me have contacts for the future. So there's a lot of wonderful things attached to it. I have a lot of good feelings. I mean, it wasn't good memories. It's going to happen toward the end of the storyline because I felt like the end was it wasn't done very well. It was rushed. I can't blame them, but at the same time, it wasn't a very good ending for me. So I'm going back to that, and I'm just going to be redoing it, essentially. Yeah. I'm not changing...
Divergent storyline.
Yeah, divergent storyline, alternate universe,
Start at a certain point, and you kind of...
Everything follows the storyline until you get to a certain point, and then it just flies off. I'm going to try... I mean, obviously, I can't appease every single person. Probably people who've never heard of Bionicle probably can't get into it, and I just can't do anything about that. But I really am trying to make sure that any Bionicle fan, whether you're still part of it or just nostalgic, I want to make sure that when you read it, you're going to be at least familiar with what's going on. Like, oh, yeah, I remember that happened. Or, oh, okay, this is a good place to start. Fire Magma does exist in my universe, but we're not really worrying about that part, essentially.
There.
It's just there. It's not part of this current story arc. It's pretty much my own interpretation of how I want the story to end. It's just going to be an artistic view. It doesn't have to be... I'm not trying to force this to be on anyone. This is just going to be my happy little headcanon.
Like a what-if scenario.
Yeah, what
diverging story.
Yeah, I mean, Bionicle is very good about... Or Bionicle has a lot of alternate universes.
Yeah, it does.
Which is kind of
parallel
cool.
Universes. And universes within universes. Universes.
So this is one of the... So just consider this one of the universes that exist. And this one, it'll be humanized. So I just thought it would be better that way. I debated about it for a while. But in the end, I just...
drawing in human form, it's more artistic freedom. It's really hard to render the mechanical designs over and over and have them be expressive. And,
I mean, some people can do it, and I really admire people who can do that, because even though I grew up drawing lots of Bionicles, so I know how to draw robots and biomechanical. Yeah. But I just feel more natural with humans. And since I want to be a concept artist, I feel like a great way to practice that is to be imagining, so for example, Tahu. Well, what would Tahu look like if he was human? What outfit would he wear? What color, clothing, what skin tone, eye tone. So that kind of thing I started that way long ago. And I've really improved with my art just because of that. So I thought that'd be a cool thing, It's a really good way to practice. And my ultimate goal, besides just doing a tribute, is just to improve. Yeah.
And then you can segue into the original comic.
Yes.
Which would be using humans, so it makes more sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So it just makes more sense. It'd be an easier transition.
Yeah.
So that's about it. And that's kind of the major project. Other little projects are just honestly art. I really want to do more illustrations. I really hope to get commissions started, for people. I really want to branch out and do tons of things, All the things. My vlog is ending up probably being like a monthly or bi-monthly. I'm kind of aiming, I would like to do bi-monthly, monthly at the very least. Because I guess it depends, how much I have to talk about. I mean,
what else going on?
I have a feeling sometimes one month I'll have so much to talk about, and then a month or two I won't have much to say.
The little tumbleweeds blow across the screen.
But since I do have a Patreon, I want to keep up. I have to promise art. It's my job now. So it's time, roll up those sleeves and just start cracking down.
Hopefully you had some sleeves to roll.
Yeah. To sum everything up, life is crazy, getting things settled. I want to do spotlights for artists. I want to, my art is going to be a lot of just for the next year, honestly, next year or so. Just exploring, experimenting, trying to find my place. I'm mentioning like the upcoming webcomic, and then, I'm wanting to just get into the webcomic and comic industry in general. So I'm really excited to try to see if I, how well that will work out.
Some concepting.
That's
always fun.
Well, that's about it. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching.